Hello. I'm gonna first gotta excuse me. I'm first gonna go through on how to get the Unity recorder. I the Normally it's right in here in general, but I've changed it. You need to go to show previews packages, and you need to go down. Once you're down here, you look through Unity, and I'm gonna hit install. Take a few moments. And please bear with me. And then there you go. The Unity recorder is importing. Yep. This is a preview package from October 26, 2020. So it looks fairly new. And it should be imported. So I'm going to hit Windows, General, and here's my recorder. And I'm at the recorder window. And here's the recorder. Got to have this before you can even start on Unity. Now I've got a sample scene. I'm going to pull this over the package manager over. And here's the Unity recorder. The recorder has several options. You can go manual, single frame, frame interval, and time interval. Okay. You can control it, the speed thing. You can cap the frames per second. You can add recorders as animation clips, movies, image sequence, and GIF and legacy, NPR, etc. Okay. I'm currently using an image sequence, and I target frame 1, not 0. I want the opportunity for the game to go into the game. Okay. And you generally want game view, or you can use a targeted camera. Game view works. Here's your settings, aspect ratios, etc. Format of ping, because I'm doing single frame here. And you can point to your where you're going to put your output. To make this quick, I'm not going to do shots. I'm just going to show you where everything is, okay, except for one. So we're going to have the scene here. And let me take the scene and view it up to the camera. Okay. So I'm right behind the camera. Right over here, I have the objects, the terrain, the camera, and I got an area light I added in. Okay. So how do you throw a character in Unity? You don't. Okay. The FBX export doesn't work. Period. Okay. Don't waste your time. Okay. It's just a waste of time. So let's go through this and get this so we can see what's going on. We'll pull the recorder down here, and I'm going to turn around, and the first thing I'm going to do is on a camera. Okay, the settings on a camera. Most of the time, it's going to be on the skybox. Okay, you don't want on the skybox. You don't want the sky in the clouds. You want a solid color, and I picked white for a very good reason. Okay, pure white's not a natural color, so it shouldn't come in. So when you're doing masking, it shouldn't come in causing any problems. Next thing, And now you need to turn around and get rid of all this stuff, okay, to be able to composite it into sections. So the first thing I want to do is that I want to get rid of the building. So what I've done is I've pulled the buildings and the boats and everything into a null object. You find the null object in the components, in the objects. Create an empty. You create an empty and you put those in there. And the reason why you do it is that if you want to make them disappear from the Unity, you come over here and click on Game Object, and they're gone. And when you do the recording, they're no longer in there. So I'm going to click them back. And then the next thing you need to do is click on the terrain. Okay, double click. Okay. So I'm way out. I'm going to click on the camera to go back to that. I'm going to click back on the terrain once. And over in the terrain, in the inspector area, okay, you got the terrain, and you can take away the terrain, but you still got your skybox. Okay, because the terrain still has the skybox, even though the camera is set on white. I assume you could turn around and take the terrain and make it white. I don't know the setting. I don't really care. And so let's disconnect everything from the backgrounds. Okay, there's two settings here: draw the basic terrain and draw the detail object. So we're going to take away the detail object first. Okay, and I still got the buildings in the background, so I'm going to take away them. And I'm going to render one picture with just the terrain. Okay. That's going to be the background of everything. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go back to the terrain. So I click on the terrain and into the inspector. Okay. And I'm going to disconnect the draw for the terrain. And I'm going to draw for the detail objects. Okay. Now the problem is that I don't want the skybox here. Okay, so I'm going to turn around and look at the camera. And the camera view, okay, you can't see it. It's all white. So when I render this, okay, as game view, or click on this to take the picture as game view, okay, this is the picture you'll get, a white background. Okay. And let me do that. And what happens is that it should go there. We go. And it took a picture of my white background. So then you turn around and you go back to terrain and you switch things out. Oh, I think we're done here. So you take a picture with just the terrain. You take a picture with just the objects. Okay, let me zoom in. This is what the picture is going to look like. Then you take a picture with the objects along with a white background because that's what the camera's set at. So we're going to get rid of the draw for the object. And the camera will give you, this view right here with a white background. So I took that one picture. I'm going to go into the file on a different screen here. And I'm going to open it with GIMP. Now, this is the layer. Okay, let me push this down for a moment. There we go. And I've got everything going on here. So this is the layer in GIMP. Now, what we're going to do here is a quick step to take all this white out. And it's image. Come on. My computer's so busy. No, it's layer. Here we go. Layer, transparency, color to alpha. So it's layer, transparency, color to alpha. And we're going to have a white. Here, pure white, FFFF, okay. And we hit this color to alpha. And there you go. The white's gone. I'm going to save it. You don't save it, you export it in GIMP. If you save it, it saves to their GIMP's natural format. So you're going to save it. And over here on save. And normally I take the number and add alpha to it. So we're going to not do that. We're just going to go out of this picture here. Discard. I'm going to bring Unity back. Okay. So now I'm back in Unity. And that's how you get the pictures out of Unity. And you're going to have to do the white trick for a couple of pictures because you're going to have to composite. So let's bring in the studio. Now, there's the file. Here's my gorilla image. Okay. And let's start, get rid of layer 1. And we're going to go, so this is the gorilla alone. Okay. This is the background with nothing in it except for the terrain with its just the terrain with what do you call it? Okay. Well, it's colored. It's no longer just a flat ass terrain with nothing on it. Then we're going to go to the image alpha, and now here's the trees and the grass. Okay. And then I'm going to add in the boats and the buildings. And of course, they're on top of it. So pull this over out of the way for a second. Let me pull the timeline in so you can see what's going on here. And it's so now I have the gorilla behind the buildings, but in front of the boats and the buildings. And as it walks behind everything. So you have it into Unity, into the scene. A couple of things you got to be aware of. Hey, when you do the white background alpha, see what happens? Hey, east, because the background is, the trees are in front of him, he gets hidden by the trees. So you might want to clip out these trees if you have them walking up high, and also push that to the background image, just the trees. And I'm not going to explain how to do it. If you don't know how to work Photoshop or GIMP, just practice with it a little bit, just make it separate layers and bring them in. So that's how you bring in and you make a file with Unity. And let's take a look at this one more time. And that's how you bring in objects. And the word for the warning, let's go back to Unity. If you click on hide over here, it does nothing to change the camera. camera still sees the game objects because it's on game. You go to game, you'll see the game objects. So hiding stuff over here doesn't do anything. And you have to go over here, and if you take the game objects and you click on here, that will get rid of them. And on the terrain, because this is what you'll be working with, and you can click on the terrain and that will get rid of the terrain. But if you hit draw, you bring that stuff back, and the terrain is gone if you click up here. One more thing. Let's see. Go back to the camera. There's a setting in the camera down here. And you can see the grass, but not the trees. But it takes away the texture of the terrain too. So it might be useful if you need to just take the trees and render them. You know, you see the camera is showing everything, but that's easy to fix. Let's go back to the terrain. Wait a minute. I want to go up to here's my objects. Okay. I want to clear out the terrain. Get that rid of that completely. Go to the I want to get rid of the terrain background. There we go. Go back on the camera. Now I just have the trees without the grass. So if you do this, and you render this, and you put it behind the gorilla, it will show up so it doesn't, the gorilla doesn't have blading through. All right, I'm pretty much done here with this, how do you do this. So I know it's long, but thanks for watching. And let me turn the recorder off. And if you have any questions, get me on Discord, and I will leave the information on the forum on how to contact me. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.